the show. And today on Good Things, you get to meet Mississippi's very first Rice Queen, and that's Miss Dia. And the 2021 Rice Queen runner-up is Miss Dobbs. So welcome, ladies.
Hi, how are you?
All right, Miss Dia, I'm going to start with you since you're the queen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you get interested in even running for the very first ever Mississippi Rice Queen?
Well, at my school, I'm in my senior year, of course, and one of the biggest things ahead of us is applying for colleges, and a big part of that is scholarships. And my school guidance counselor has just been sending us out these scholarships, and one of them that I came across was for the Delta Rice Queen. And a lot of the girls in my grade were interested in it, and I just thought, why not? Rice is something that I know a lot about and that I'm involved with almost every week, so I just went ahead and did it. Yep.
So how are you involved with rice production here in Mississippi every week?
Well, I'm not involved with rice production per se. This is what I touched on in my essay, at least. I'm Indian, and I have a strong Indian heritage, and rice is something that I probably eat every other day of the week. It's one of my favorite parts of the Indian meals that I eat, and it's been in a big part of my family. Even in India, it's always been eaten like that. So I'm pretty close to rice, I could say.
Now, Ms. Dobbs, you are our runner-up when you still got some scholarship from the Rice Promotion Board. Not even though you don't wear the crown for the Mississippi Rice Queen, it's still quite an accomplishment to be the first one out. So what drew you to the competition, being that it had never been done before?
Well, I had several people send the flyer and stuff to me. And, I come from a multi-generational rice farming family. And I was like, this is something I can do. And even if I don't get it or whatever, it's still a good opportunity and, just something fun to try, especially since it was the first year. And I'm very glad that I did it.
So how many generations, you said multi-generational, Ms. Dobbs, that your family has been farming rice in the Delta? Which number are we on now?
3 generations.
3 generations of rice farming. So what would be a fun fact about rice farming that us listening to Good Things might not know?
I don't know. Rice farmers are every day. They're trying to come up with new ways to just produce or really just conserve water and new ways to just, I don't even know.
Well, I think it's interesting that it's
exciting things to do with it.
Yes, there's an exciting thing, and it's the 6th highest. Mississippi is the 6th highest ranked state when it comes to rice production. I think that's something good we should be talking more about, particularly when we, choose to put on the dinner table. Miss Dia, you mentioned that you eat it almost every other day, if not every day there in your household. So you get to actually advocate for the rice industry this upcoming year as queen. So what message are you hoping to spread?
I'm just hoping to spread the importance of the rice industry and how I want to spread the information on how it can really benefit the Delta economically with bringing jobs, and just hope to bring attention to that.
Well, jobs, Ms. Dobbs, you would know about that. 3 generations of your family has been working in or on, a rice farm. Have you gotten down and dirty on the farm? Have you had to do some chores?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I've spent many of late nights or weekends riding the farm and turning off the irrigation systems that we use and just, checking fields, watching the weather. We really need a couple of dry weeks here recently to get the harvest in and everything. So, yes, ma'am, for sure.
Are we in the harvest sort of season? I would think those of us listening to Good Things, Ms. Dobbs, would be like, I'm not sure, when do you harvest rice or when do you plant rice? So for the rice farmer, like what time of year is it for you guys?
It is right now. The recent rain has really put a damper on it, but we're trying to get everything dried out and get back out there in the fields.
Get back out there, and I know getting out there is what both of you will do over the upcoming year. Now, Miss Dia, you are on track to at least use some of the scholarship money that you won as Miss Rice Queen. I do believe you won maybe like $2,000 from the Rice Promotion Board, which is a nice scholarship. So what's next for you? What do you look to do with that money?
Well, I'm definitely going to try to put it towards college, of course. I'm undecided on what I want to do meaning which college I want to go to, but the scholarship will definitely help towards that. So it'll definitely be a scholarship fund.
Do you know what you will maybe study when you go to college?
Yes. I for sure want to do pre-med, but I kind of want to try to study during college more about the healthcare system, especially in Mississippi, and how we can improve that.
Well, I think that's admirable. Okay, Ms. Dobbs, you too won a scholarship as the first ever runner-up to the Miss Mississippi's Rice Queen of 2021. I think you received $500 for your scholarship. So what's next for you?
Next fall, I plan to attend the University of Mississippi, and I hope to major in integrated marketing communications.
Well, I love that. And I know, too, you were just taking your ACT, so you're already putting forward the effort to do that. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I actually took that this morning.
Which I thought was sweet that you were like, couldn't get back in touch with you. I was taking the ACT, which just goes to show that you ladies are moving forward with your education. And that's what it's about when you have, the Rice Queen has these scholarship sort of programs. So, Ms. Dia, I know that you were the first, so there can't ever be another first. But what would you say to young ladies or families of farmers who would look to Rice Queen number 2 in 2022 to maybe taking part in the pageant?
I would say go for it. It has been an incredible experience, and getting to participate, the whole interview process, and meeting other people like Dobbs has just been fantastic. And I'm really excited to be able to represent the rice industry. So, yeah, I would say just go for it.
Are they going to keep you busy? Are you going to be out and about across Mississippi spreading the love of rice? So where will you be?
Yes. So I think we might be attending the Ag Expo. I know Dobbs and I will be going to a meeting, I think, in November for it. So I think it's an annual rice farmers meeting or something like that. But, yeah, the annual Ag Expo, I think some other things. But with COVID, everything's up in the air. But I'm hoping I'll be able to get around, yeah.
Well, if you're ever here in Central Mississippi, we'd love for you to stop by the Good Things studio in person, Ms. Dia. But I've got to ask, since you have a different flair with your Indian heritage, what is your favorite rice dish?
My favorite rice dish? There's this dish called chicken biryani. It's a dry dish which has just chicken in it, rice. It has a lot of spices in it, and normally some vegetables, almost like a casserole. So, yeah, I love that.
So can I ask you a question, and I may be throwing you under the bus, so don't take it personally. Do you stir your rice whenever you're cooking it on the stove, or do you not stir it and just let it do its thing?
I think we just let it sit.
Ah! I say that because during Rice Month, I got called out for my mishap of stirring the rice when you're supposed to let it sit. So you were unprepared for that question, so you just solidify the fact that I've been doing it wrong. And that is just absolutely okay. Okay, Ms. Dobbs, you on the farm with your family being rice farmers, Mississippi rice farmers, how do you best like your rice?
Ma'am?
How do you best like rice?
I love red beans and rice, specifically from the Rendezvous in Memphis.
Can't get better than that. Good old red beans and rice. Well, I wish the both of you the best of luck with your upcoming reign over the next year. Again, the invitation is open. If you're ever in the Central Mississippi area, please stop by. We would love to have you both. But thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
It's been great.
All righty, there you go. Your first ever Mississippi Rice Queen and Rice Queen runner-up. Now, Rhino, I feel like I've been put to shame again. So that's the second time someone who knows what they're talking about has told me not to stir the rice, just to let it sit and do its thing. And that's how you get it perfect and fluffy and unsticky. But the other dish that Miss Dia had mentioned, they can't see you back there in your little hole, but you were shaking your head like, yes, you know what that was. You like Indian food, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Indian food, I jokingly call it the soul food of Asian cuisine, because Asian spices are all very similar. Indian spices, there's a little bit more to it than, say, Chinese spices or Japanese or Korean. But the Indians love their cream. They love their heavy tomato sauces, and that chicken dish she was talking about is delicious.
Well, I'll have to leave it to someone who knows what they're doing to cook that for me, but I would eat it if you served it to me for sure. I haven't met a rice dish I hadn't liked yet, I will say that, but we hope you hadn't met a good things you don't enjoy yet either, so stick with us. We've got more for you.